Yep. So this is just what an incredible matchup. You look at it just on paper, just off the record alone, 7-2 versus 8-2, which David was telling us that both of these losses came early in their career. So for me, stylistically, we got Kuna, who's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, 6 consecutive victories. She's 25 years old, so she's a couple of years older. She's got that really strong grappling game, but she's also got a couple knockouts. And then we got Polarity, and she's just what you were saying. She's just super powerful. She's a very good striker. So stylistically, these fights, a very different stylistic matchup, and a lot of times that proves to be a very exciting fight. Who could do better in the other person's game? Who can avoid allowing their opponent to get to their strategy. And I think this is going to be a really interesting one. And a lot on the line here because, Dave's watching this fight very closely. The winner of this fight could definitely be fighting for that strawweight title next.
Man, both of these 115-pounders look powerful.
Everyone is in good shape for that beach weather, and these two athletes, I'm sure, are in good shape for other reasons. This is going to be a good one, I think, at 115.
Pilastri on the right-hand side of your screen has the blue gloves. Now on the right-hand side of your screen, Cunha. Cunha has the red gloves. This fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the straw weight division.
Right away, you see a lot of movement by Cunha, basically, circling well, southpaw stance, hands up, looking like she has some pretty good power.
Nice right hand there from Cunha. Cunha making her debut here at SFT tonight, her SFT debut. She has that standing record of 8-2.
Yep, and she's the jiu-jitsu black belt, but she looks pretty comfortable on the feet too. I wouldn't be surprised if she had a good, striking background. She doesn't look like she's in much of a rush to get this fight to the ground, and that's like what we were talking about earlier. Most of these athletes now are pretty good at anywhere the fight goes. They feel comfortable, striking, even though that they're really good on the ground too.
Yeah, it's always brutal to watch someone who only has jits because they have that desperate takedown where they kind of bum rush their opponent. They can't even set up the takedown because they don't have any hands, and they kind of bum rush. And a lot of times they'll eat a knee or eat a punch on the way in, and you just feel bad for them. It's like you've got to be big right hand there from Cunha. She rocked.
Cunha landed her big. And now coming right back. And if you notice, Cunha went right for the takedown, probably, instinctually. Even though she had her rock, she went for the takedown, and then she got rocked on her own. So good back and forth fight right now.
Now Pilastri's power that we were talking about, able to press Cunha up against the cage. This will be an interesting test right here. This will tell us a lot about whether Pilastri will be able to impose her game plan on Cunha.
And you were right. Both these girls are very strong at 115. 115 pounds, man. It's come a long way.
Think about that.
Division has come a long way.
It really. I mean, the training, the nutrition, the knowledge goes global really fast. It's a relatively small community, and you guys all talk to each other, and there's so many threads and so many platforms, and so if there's a nutrition biohack, you guys all take it up really fast because you're so elite. The margin for error and the margin of difference is very small. So you make one little tweak and it can make the difference in a fight. Like I look at you and Tucker coming up, man, and it's going to be the small things for you guys because you're so evenly matched.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to be a lot goes into it. And you see now, Cunha was doing, she got pinned up against the cage. She couldn't find a way off, but she's making the most of it, getting, back on the feet. She's letting those hands go. Big
I'll tell you, Pilastri's going to get some head movement, Billy.
Yeah.
She's walking in with her chin up and her hands down, and she's eating those punches.
Yeah, and we were saying Kuna's probably better on the ground. She looked comfortable on the feet. She's letting those hands go. She's getting tagged now and then too, but she looks like she's got some good power and some good combinations. They're just
Boy,
trading.
I tell you,
Kuna's going for that big takedown, and she gets it.
good time to do it.
Reshoot. And Kuna looks like she's got the more energy right now. She just shot in twice, really working for that takedown. You know, this is probably a position she feels pretty comfortable in, even though she is eating some elbows.
Polastri trying to make that wide base, looking for an underhook, but I like how she's punishing Cunha with the elbows.
Yeah, not giving up that easy takedown to the black belt and using that cage really well to kind of keep herself up. And she's making Cunha work. So, you know, if I'm Cunha, I'm going to try to reset here and go back to strikes. She's really sticking with that takedown. You know, it could pay off for her, but she could also wear out a lot of her energy.
And she's slipping up high, too. She had a nice deep approach.
Man,
she
she's
had a
getting
nice
hit there.
She is. She had a nice deep single leg, Billy, but now she's sliding up. Great defense from Polastri, and like you say, this could really wear Cunha out.
Yeah, and Pulaski's doing the right thing. You know, she's not getting overzealous, and she's not giving up an easy takedown. She's just letting her, you know, kind of wear her energy, and she's staying on her feet. Oh, she did grab the cage there, but, you know, she's doing a good job, you know, keeping this fight on her feet and making Cunha use a lot of her energy there.
If you just tuned in, you're watching SFT 22, The Return for Breast Cancer Awareness. I'm Jay Adams alongside longtime UFC veteran Billy Quarantillo. Here's action from earlier on, Billy.
Yep, good back and forth striking match right now. We were expecting Cunha to, you know, to try to take this fight to the ground a little bit sooner, but her striking looked pretty good. And she did a good job, you know, landing her strikes, keeping the fight, you know, on the feet. Great first round, and this is going to be an exciting round 2 coming out. We're going to see who makes the better adjustments here and who's able to take over this fight. Very, very, very close round 1. Sometimes it's not supposed to be like this, but sometimes at the end the judges seem to remember what happened right at the end. So I think that could have won it, but I could be wrong. So this could be either way right now.
Yeah, they call it steal a round. See if you can steal the round.
Yeah.
The last 10 or 15 seconds the judges see if you can steal that round. You see Polastri, man, her adjustments are probably we need more aggression.
Yeah.
You see her trying to walk Cunha down. She's trying to walk her down.
And I think that's smart, and I think she's going to be able to do that because Cunha does, she showed in the first round, she doesn't mind wasting a lot of her energy going for the takedown. And if her opponent can make her work like this, she could definitely take over.
Now Julia taking her back, and Jessica's going to have to try to hand fight here. And what is the defense right now if you're Jessica Cunha?
Well, first I'm fighting the hands, and then I'm trying to get my back to the wall. If you notice now, she's looking for an underhook, kind of a Kimura grip. She did a good job getting free there. And my guess is she's going to want to grapple again, but Pulaski's doing a good job kind of keeping her off there and even doing well in the grappling exchanges.
Yeah, Polastri clearly got the note, the memo in between round 1 and 2 that I need more aggression. They think she's stronger than Cunha and has better hands, and that's what they want to see is those combinations.
Yeah, and it looks like she's got a little bit more energy. I think Cunha used a lot of that energy going for those takedowns in the first round, and she looks like she's starting to slow down a little bit. This pace is hard to keep for 3 rounds. It's hard to keep that intensity of shooting in and wrestling for 3 rounds, and it looks like she's starting to get tired now. If Pulastri's smart, she's going to be able to take over here.
Yeah, Pulastri's starting to turn the tide. You can feel it. It's a momentum. And you can feel it. It's very slight. It's very subtle, but Cunha's slowing down.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you can see in their body language a little bit of movement.
Yep. Pulastri's leaning forward. She's walking forward.
Yep.
It's like Cunha's trying to catch her breath or shake off a kick.
Yeah, trying to regain some of that energy from all those shots. Comes back with a good counter there. Oh, nice kick.
Yeah, this is Pulastri's game. Picking her apart at distance.
And you can tell she's getting some confidence seeing that Cunha's getting a little bit tired. Let's see if she can defend this takedown. Again, this is taking a lot of energy. Yep, Cunha's wasting a lot of energy here. I think this is going to be a bad position for her if she ends up on the bottom.
Pilastri's she's got that face totally exposed. She let it 3 or 4 hard rights go.
Mm-hmm. She's in a little bit of an awkward position here, but if Pilastri ends up on top, I think this is going to be bad news for Cunha, who's already showed and she's starting to get a little more tired.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of jiu-jitsu information on Pilastri, which usually
but she
means
looks
she has
comfortable.
Yeah, despite the fact that it was hard to find any data on it, it looks like she has rolled.
No, yeah, there's no doubt about that because she is with a black belt right now, and you can tell she doesn't look super nervous to be there. So she doesn't look, she's a well-rounded grappler. You can tell too. She definitely rolls in her gym just by her top game right here. You don't just do that against a black belt unless you have some experience.
You can see Cunha's got the left foot. Yeah, strategically positioned.
Yeah, that left foot, it's not doing much though. It's not a great position. You can really tell Cunha this right now. I don't really think this is a disadvantage with the grappling. I think it was she wore herself out going for all those takedowns, and now she's paying for it.
Oh,
because,
nasty elbows there from Pilastri. Oh, and now the back. Cunha giving up the back. Pilastri's going for the choke. Oh, this is trouble for Cunha.
Got the
trouble for Cunha. That's over.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Super
Julia
impressive.
Pilastri finishes off the black belt on the ground.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
What a performance by her. She weathered an early storm by Cunha, defended the takedowns the best she could, and then, at that time where most fighters get tired, a couple minutes into that second round, she was able to completely take over, get a dominant position, and get the finish.
Pilastri here, as you said, had turned the tide. You had called it. You saw Cunha slowing down, and you saw Pilastri starting to move forward, and she was starting to walk Cunha down, and then she was letting her hands go, and Cunha, despite a bunch of single leg attempts, double leg attempts, she couldn't get the takedowns she needed when she needed them.
Yeah, great, well-rounded performance by Pilastri.
A árbitra interrompeu o combate aos 4 minutos 18 segundos do primeiro round, declarando a vencedora por finalização com um mata-leão, Julia Pilastri.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, she's excited.
And I know she can lift that. I know she can lift that trophy.
Yeah, she could probably lift up everyone in that cage right now, and
even Big Dave, Big Dave.
Reasons to be excited. 22 years old. She came in. We knew she had good striking. She's never been knocked out before. It didn't say anything about her grappling, but she took over and she just submitted a very good black belt grappler. So that's a huge feather in the cap for Julia Pilastri.
Pilastri, to keep herself training, to keep the money flowing, to be able to keep training, sells chocolate truffles on the trains in the suburb of Rio de Janeiro, a way that she found to keep training. Apparently it's not kosher because she got caught a couple times, but she keeps doing it because that's the only way she can keep training, and that's how dedicated she is. I think David is thrilled with that last fight. He seems to be very pleased with what he saw.